Dear friends, good evening. Very happy and thrilled to meet you tonight. Year after year, I'm impressed and I'm really moved by seeing the same faces and even more people joining the Jamhour Alumni in New York. I have to say hi on the behalf of Father Dalmay. You know, I don't know if you know Father Dalmay. This year he's celebrating 91 years old, and he's still working like us, day and night, to serve the Jamhour community. And hi on the behalf of Father Denis Meyeros as well, the Vice President. It's the tradition that I give you some news, but before giving you the news, I would like to tell you two things. Are you hearing me? I don't know. The voice is good? Okay. Two things. The first, if you'd like to have the news of Jamhour, please like the Facebook page. You have all the videos, the photos, the articles concerning Jamhour. Second, you have now the application, the app of the alumni of Jamhour, which connects you to all the alumni around the world. Please download it and keep on seeing what's happening in Beirut and elsewhere. The news in Lebanon, as you may know, the situation of education, it's not that good. Last year when I left you, I told you about the crisis. I don't know if you still remember, the crisis of private schools in Lebanon, and it's still going right now. Even today, we don't know what will happen this year. Last year when I left you, I went back to Lebanon and I had to deal with a major crisis within Jamhour. The professors was not very happy, the parents was not very happy, and I have to say, thanks God, Jamhour is doing very fine. And without boasting, and simply, I have to tell you that Jamhour today is taken as an example in the country. Everybody is saying, how did Jamhour do to deal with the crisis? And how did Jamhour manage to really deal with such a big issue as the issue of the salary increase? You know that the government imposed on us an increase of the salaries of professors, and this put all the private sector in Lebanon into trouble. And you have schools that are shutting their doors. You have professors right now that are fired. And some schools are just firing their professors just to get rid of the expensive professors. Jamhour did not do any of these things. We are doing fine, thanks God, so far. And I think thanks to our big family, I mean the professors, the family, and of course our alumni around the world, who is supporting Jamhour still. This is why this year I kept on repeating from one country to another that we are somehow adopting a policy of educational resistance. What do I mean by this? Schools are shutting their doors, professors are fired, but Jamhour is growing, and our projects are still going on. I'll give you 3 examples of our projects this last year. In our 3 campuses, in the main campus in Jamhour, this year we made a great renovation of the playground of Petit Collège. I don't know if you saw the photos. We has completely changed it. It's becoming now orange and blue and green, something very beautiful for 5 and 6 years old. In Beirut, very probably you heard about the ceremony. We doubled almost the size of Saint-Grégoire. Saint-Grégoire nowadays is becoming really the real Jamhour in Beirut. I don't know if you heard about it, but the students of Saint-Grégoire this year got 85% of mention in the Lebanese brevet, which is unheard of in the history of the school. It means that The students of Saint-Grégoire are doing very well, and our policy is to go back to Beirut. The older generations among you know very well that Jamhour used to be in Ashrafiyeh. We moved in 1953, and now we are going back to Beirut through Saint-Grégoire. So we will keep on developing Saint-Grégoire in the future. In our third campus in Hammana, right now we are trying to finish the chapel up on the mountain. It will be called Notre-Dame des Cimes. We will finish it in 2 weeks, the basics of the chapel, and we will celebrate the first Mass, I hope, in July 212. Next summer, we are going to work, sorry? No, 219, sorry. Yeah, next year, July 219. So next summer we will be working on a big project of solar system. You know, we need some clean and renewable energy in the school. So Jamhour, basically, a good part of Jamhour will be covered by solar tray all over, and we will try to manage the rooftop of one of the buildings to transform it into a playing ground for the high school students. So just to tell you that our projects keep going in Jamhour despite all what's going on in the country. And this is what I called the policy of educational resistance. Apart from buildings, probably you heard about the reform of the French baccalaureate. We are trying to put it in place. We are doing an inner reform in the school itself. For those familiar with matières complémentaires and matières de base, we are finished with this. Starting from this year, we changed completely the system to make it, I would say, more modern and more and easier for our students somehow. Our project of Academy of Robotics and Technology is really starting. Next summer, we will have some workshops. I don't know if you heard about our visit with Monsieur Barakat. We visited DigiPen Institute last May, and we have a sort of agreement with DigiPen Institute. They will start next July to organize some workshops in Jamhour for our students. We are in contact as well with Middleby Corporation. Middleby, I don't know if you know Middleby, but Middleby, it's a big issue in the United States. It's a big corporation related to kitchen and technology. They may help us with some robots. I was, before coming to New York, I was visiting Northeastern University. I met somebody that you know, very probably, President Joseph Aoun, just to see how can we collaborate for robotics in Jamhour. And beside, and I will leave this part of my speech to probably Dr. Sarah and Joe, our project of endowment fund is doing fine, I would say. We will announce it soon, probably in 1 month from now. It will be a big event for the school. This is what I have to say. I cannot tell you all the news about the school. I invite you again to go on our Facebook page and to find our news. I wish you will spend a good evening, and thanks for your attention.